Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TJ's Lego Room. And today we're going to be continuing our ongoing saga of Ba'Rus Hain and the many vehicles that he uses to fight the criminal organizations in the Star Wars universe. So, this is my version of Batman in Star Wars, and I have created a series of vehicles for him. For those of you who are joining my channel for the first time or watching this video first instead of the Landspeeder bike, which I totally understand. It's a smaller vehicle, maybe not as interesting for some people, but today we're going to be looking at the Star Wars Tumbler. And I think everybody will be pretty happy about that. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed building it, and I'm really excited to show you guys what I've done here. So first of all, we're going to take a look at the Tumbler mock that I have, and then we're going to jump into the Tumbler Landspeeder for Ba'Rus Hain. So here we go. We have the Tumbler from the Batman Begins. The Batman Begins, because there are so many of them, but this is the one. Sorry, a little loopy. But I love this vehicle. When I first saw it, I was actually on a mission for my church, and I saw the Tumbler in stores and stuff as a toy, and I gotta say, I thought it was the stupidest looking thing ever. I thought it looked dumb. I thought it looked ridiculous. And now it's absolutely my favorite Batmobile in existence at all, which is obviously why I built my own mock of it. I do have another video that I go into depth a little bit more on it, but I did want to show this off again because I have actually changed out some of the parts on it, gotten a few more tiles and stuff. And I've updated, like I said, a few of the parts on here, made it a little bit more streamlined and things. But now let's go ahead and look at what you're all here for. This is the Tumbler Landspeeder. So as you can see, it is very smooth. I really wanted to make sure that it was as smooth as possible so that it looked as good as possible. You can see it's a little bit shorter than a minifigure when it's resting flat on its belly. At least I believe so. Might have to take a different shot at it real quick. So, it looks like he's a little taller. Looks like it's a little taller than a minifigure when it's got the roof on. Little hint as to what's coming later. I did want the double engine in the front, similar to the Landspeeder that Anakin grabs in Episode 2 when he has to go save Obi-Wan as he's falling to his death in the streets of Coruscant. But those two forward turbines are also supposed to somewhat represent the forward wheels on the Tumbler. You can see I've got those cannons on the front. I also have these cannons on the side as well. I've seen some Landspeeders in Star Wars that have those blasters on the side of it. Most notably, probably the green Naboo Landspeeder is able to have that. Those do rotate slightly. You can see it's a little offset. Here we go. We've got the canopy up, so you can see that Ba'Rus Hain does fit inside, and there's enough room for a second minifigure to fit inside there. I just chose not to put one in there right now because I have not created Batman's love interest in Star Wars yet. So that's what we're doing. You can see we've got some controls here, some classic ones down on the right there for the passenger, as well as a heads-up display a little bit for the driver to be able to use. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close this up here. You can see on the side there is a little bit of a gap. I just was not able to do it perfectly, especially getting all of the things that I really wanted in here and be able to close it completely. I've got this turret here on the back. This turret can be controlled by the passenger, or it can be taken over by a droid if need be. Now, I did add the gold on here, and for those of you who are familiar with the Tumbler actually includes, the Lego version has some of these pearl gold pieces, and they are used as the flap extensions and things like that. And as I was building this vehicle, it was all black. Every part of it, even these round 1x1 tiles, were black. And then when I was looking back through some pictures of the Tumblers and things like that, I noticed that they use the pearl gray or the pearl gold, and I thought, that's what I'm missing. I'm missing some accents. Now, we swing around the back here. I'm actually really proud of this. The original Tumbler has those 4 large wheels. Now, wheels are obviously located vertically. So when I decided that I wanted to build into the vehicle these engines, I wanted them to represent those wheels. Originally, I had 4 round turbines on there, 4 round exhausts, and they worked pretty good, and I liked them. But when I figured out how to do the vertical engine exhausts like this, I couldn't go back. I hope you enjoy it. I've got the round piece on the back also to kind of reminisce about the jet, even though on this vehicle it doesn't do anything. Now, here we go. This is a new character for Ba'Rus Hain to interact with. This is a kind of a sidekick of sorts. He's an R-Series droid. He is an R0, and his designation is R0BN. You may also be able to pronounce it as Robin. When I discovered the black and gold theme, I had this Imperial droid from one of the TIE Fighter sets, and I loved it. And yeah, he was fun. We've got our astromech here, and the reason I'm showing him to you in this particular video is because he has a special feature in regards to integration into the Landspeeder. So we can actually take this canopy and remove it and get it back to its original form. You can see it just kind of pops out there. It's a fairly simple build. It kind of pops out, and we can actually take our little astromech friend and put him behind the seats, and he actually fits just perfect, and the seats can rest up against him, and we have an astromech in our Landspeeder, which I thought was kind of fun. So he can actually control that rear turret there. He actually fits in there pretty tight, but I do like the sloping and the angles of the Landspeeder's top there. They kind of overlap his legs a little bit, and so it makes him seem a little bit more integrated. And that was a really fun way to figure it out. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. As I close out here, I'll have this rotating Bat Speeder, trying out my new turntable techniques. Hopefully I'll be able to get a powered one day, so it's not as jerky and I don't have to keep moving my hand around to keep it going, because yeah, right now it's just on a little bit of a crank. But I really enjoyed building this Landspeeder. As I've been making this video, I've had an idea on how to make the Bat Speeder bike even better, and I have no idea why I didn't think of it before, but you know, you live and learn. So I may be making another video of those today, probably. As we go around here, you can see it's got a fun profile to it. It's actually very similar to the original Tumbler, which was important to me. I do want to reminisce about the Tumbler a little bit in this vehicle. That's why we had those front turbines representing the front wheels on the original one. We have the vertical engines on the back representing that stuff, and it's just a lot of fun. I love the way that the curves all kind of blend together. There's not a lot of hard edges if you're thinking aerodynamically. It's just worked out really well. I will just mention I did have a red windscreen on this thing for a while, very similar to the heads-up display I had on the ATTC. Unfortunately, it just didn't quite look right with the other vehicles that I have for him. It was the only one with the red windscreen, so I did swap it back to the transparent clear. If I can get a transparent black on here, I think that'll work a little bit better, because that would match the original Tumblers windscreens that I have on there. But yeah, you do what you can with what you have, if at all possible. I was able to build this completely from parts that I already had on hand, except for the 2x2 cut corner pieces. Those are pretty new pieces, so I did have to order about 8 of those just to round it out and to make it look really good. So thanks so much for checking out TJ's Lego Room. If you stuck with me till the end, thank you so much. My next vehicle is the Batwing. If you stuck out till now, you got a little hint of what's coming, and hopefully it'll be out next week. So until next time, we'll catch you next time at TJ's Lego Room. Bye.